Hi there, my name is Yvette Baggen and I work at Wageningen University and Research at the Education and Learning Sciences group as an assistant professor in entrepreneurial learning. And on that behalf, I'm involved in the Intrinsic project funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. And the purpose of this video is to discuss with you the meaning of sustainable entrepreneurship and the competencies for sustainable entrepreneurship. So the competencies that you need to really be or become a sustainable entrepreneur. So first of all, what is sustainable entrepreneurship about? Well, in its very basic form, we would say it's about not undermining the ecological, social and economic environment in which it operates. But in a more expressed form, sustainable entrepreneurship is about solving problems related to sustainability by generating environmental, social and economic value for others in society. And of course, we tend to prefer this more expressed form of sustainable entrepreneurship in which you actually take action and create sustainable value. And the United Nations have really helped us to make sustainability concrete by presenting the 17 goals about sustainable development, so the Sustainable Development Goals. And in our education on sustainable entrepreneurship, we also tend to connect our educational goals to those SDGs of the United Nations. Well, and where do then sustainability and entrepreneurship meet each other? Well, in sustainability, we face many very complex issues and problems that urgently need a solution. And in entrepreneurship, we tend to perceive those problems as opportunities, and we feel really eager to act upon those opportunities. As such, you could say that environmental problems, demands and needs, and goals are perceived as opportunities in sustainable entrepreneurship and can be seen as mountains to be climbed to create value. We need sustainable entrepreneurs. And maybe that's you. That would be great, I think. And I would even say that we should all have this sustainable spirit inside of ourselves. But we really need more sustainable entrepreneurs who are able to actually do so and climb those challenging mountains. So we have the right knowledge, mindset and expertise to actually get to the top of those mountains full of complex problems. And who are resilient to explore new routes if one fails. Because it's hard, right, to get to that mountain and to solve sustainability issues. But we need people that don't give up and are resilient to continue and persist in creating value and are willing to climb mountain after mountain. Because unfortunately, we not only have one sustainability-related issue, but we have many. We need those sustainability entrepreneurs. And what you can see from the definition is that for that you need a skill set, you need expertise, the knowledge, and you need a certain mindset. And these things come together in competencies. So sustainable entrepreneurs need competencies for sustainable development. And Lisa Plum, together with her colleagues, developed actually 6 competencies for sustainable development that are presented here on the slide in a pyramid form. The more you get on top, the harder they are to implement. And just let me take you through these competencies and explain you what they are about. And of course, feel free already to reflect and think about okay, do I have these competencies or what can I do to develop them? What kind of activities can I think of? So the first competence is interpersonal competence. The ability to motivate, enable and facilitate collaborative and participatory sustainability activities and research. So first of all, you need to be able to organize sustainability activities and research with others. That's key. So this competence is about communication, negotiation, collaboration, empathy also for others, and transcultural thinking. You have to be able to work together with other people and organize sustainability activities. The second competence is diversity competence, the ability to structure relationships, spot issues and recognize the legitimacy of other viewpoints in business decision-making processes, be it about environmental, social, or economic issues. As humans, we tend to look for people that are similar to ourselves or that are like-minded. But in order to be innovative and inclusive, we need those different perspectives, especially when it comes to sustainability. We need to involve all kinds of people that help us to fully understand the problem and also the potential solutions. So we need those different perspectives from all kinds of people that are also involved in the sustainability related issues and maybe touched by them, so that they can also think with us about the problem side and the solution side. The third competence is systems thinking competence, the ability to identify and analyze all relevant subsystems across different domains, like people, planet and profit, skills, like the individual, group, team, or maybe even the system level, and disciplines, including their boundaries. As a sustainable entrepreneur, you have to be able to understand complete systems, their structures, key components, and dynamics, so that you can address key issues in those systems related to sustainability. The fourth competence is strategic action competence, the ability to collectively design projects, implement interventions, transitions, and strategies, and translate these strategies to responsible actions for the improvement of the sustainability of socio-ecological systems. This means that the sustainable entrepreneur needs to understand key components of strategies towards sustainability, such as intentionality and path dependencies, barriers and alliances. And they have to understand ways of designing, testing and implementing strategic action with different stakeholders. So it is really about getting things done. You have to do something, get into action, but of course in a responsible manner. So really with a full understanding of the boundaries involved and the sustainability issues, so that you can include that and take it along with you in your strategic actions. Then the fifth competence, normative competence, the ability to map, apply and reconcile sustainability values, principles and targets with internal and external stakeholders, without embracing any given norm and based on the good character of the one who is involved in sustainability issues. So it's about understanding what norms are important to you. Next to the economic ones, what do you stand for in relation to the social and environment impact that you want to create? And how can you make sure that you stay true to those norms, also in interaction with stakeholders, such as suppliers, investors, or maybe potential customers? So on the one hand, you need to understand the sustainability or unsustainability of the system you are involved in. And on the other hand, you need to be able to collectively create and apply sustainability norms and values for those systems. The sixth and final competence is forward-sighted thinking competence, the ability to collectively analyze, evaluate and craft pictures of the future, in which the impact of the local, short-term, but also, of course, long-term decisions on environmental, social and economic issues is viewed on a global or even a cosmopolitan scale. What is the dot on the horizon for you? Where do you want to go to? What kind of impact do you want to have in the future? These are key questions to think about. And what steps do you need to take in order to get there, on the short term and on the long term? As a sustainable entrepreneur, you think about your narrative, your story about the future. Because it's really hard to predict the future, there are all kinds of uncertainties and all kinds of things can happen, but at the same time, you know what the dot on the horizon is for you, and you can craft pictures, make your own personal story with your values and norms related to sustainability, so that you know what impact you want to have and can stay true to that. So these were the 6 competencies for sustainable development. I would love to challenge you to just have a look at them, maybe test yourself, because there is a test available, and let me know if you would like to participate in it, to see what kind of competencies you have developed in a more or lesser extent. And please don't forget, you are not alone. Sustainable entrepreneurship, creating sustainable value is really a team effort. So get a group of people around you and make sure that you develop the right competencies. And if you don't have certain competencies, feel free to ask for support. Maybe you know people that are really good at something that you have developed less. And of course you can learn it. You really can. So let's make it a great effort together. So here I have 2 slides with some sources for you, so that you can read about the literature and of course gain way more knowledge about the sustainable competencies. And then I would like to thank you for your attention. My email address is on the slide, and please feel free to contact me in case of any questions or comments. Thank you.